Hey friends, it's time to look at the flying stars Feng Shui for the month of May 2025. And this is a signature month in this year because it is a snake month in a snake year. You can check out the other videos that I've done for the week ahead and also the month ahead for May, certainly. That goes into more detail about the astrology of the month. But today, this video is specific to the energy in our homes. You can even remove the term feng shui and flying stars if you're going, what? I don't know what this is. It's mostly just looking at the energy that is going on in your home in the different areas according to your Ba-Gua, the directions that your rooms sit in, and how to work with those energies so that you have the best outcome, okay? And remembering this is a firestorm of a month ahead because the snake is yang fire. Okay, so I'm working from, in this video, the blog that's on the Karma Chameleon website. So if you want to go there and check that out, feel free to do so. My name is Lydia Griffith. This is the Feng Shui and Bazi Chinese astrology channel. On this channel, I often read the charts of famous people because I think it helps us to better understand our own lives and our own charts. Welcome. So happy to have you here today. If you're new to the channel, I am a 20+ year worldwide recognized, fairly accomplished master Bazi astrologer and traditional feng shui consultant. So I am loving this virtual world because it gives me this platform to reach you and also for us to do astrology or feng shui virtually on Zoom. So if you're interested, there are links below because it's always a great time to get these things done. But I love the energy of this month of May because it is pulling focus on the whole year. This is our opportunity to recognize what our 2025 is all about in the world and in our own lives. So pay attention. Again, that video about the Bazi astrology for May is really helpful. All right, so just to recap, because I always like to start with going backwards before we go forwards. Where have we been? What was April like for you? Put it in the comments. The month of April was a yang metal dragon, which felt to me like a plow on top of the earth, the fertile earth. Now, it also felt a little destructive as far as almost like somebody cutting down what's just started to grow. And it's interesting because that makes me think of all the things that a certain politician is trying to implement and grow is being challenged. Did you feel that energy in in April? Did you feel like everything you were starting to do was getting challenged? I can tell you, I had more no's socially, cancellations, shifts of this. It's not even a Mercury retrograde. I was just like, what's going on? So it's not the easiest month. May is in a different flavor. So it's a mix of good fortune. There are some really beautiful spots in our homes. And there's also some really combative, conflicted areas. So let's swing on around. We're going to start first in the center of your home, the most important space, because why? It is the heart of your home. It is the one space that from the center, all the energy radiates out through the rest of the house. Now, that's especially true if you have the misfortune of having an open concept home. in which all the energy is just bleeding into each other. That is a very hard house to read, just saying. So, there are the annual stars, there are the period stars, and then there are the monthly stars. What I am going to focus on for the sake of time is the monthly stars and the cures to use to either motivate or depress the energy. So the monthly stars in the center for May 2025 is the 8 Earth star. Now, the 8th star is coming in where our period 9 star of fire is, and our annual star 2, which is an Earth star, is. And the cool thing is, all of those energies together work really well for joyful events, celebrations, like this is graduation and wedding season. The 8 and the 2 combine to make a 1, which brings great good fortune. There's also good fortune around real estate. If you're trying to buy or sell your home, or you're a realtor, or you work with real estate in some capacity. The cures for 2025 in the center are to have a singing bowl or a round metal bowl. You can also have a dragon-headed turtle. And these are things that are great to have in place in this location because it will absorb any negative energy that might be present. If there's space, you can, or if there's no space for putting things in the center of your house, you can also hang a black and white prayer or poem in a purple frame or a metal frame to bless your home. Bring in the color purple to honor the 9 star, like a chunk of amethyst. And for the month of May, add money motivators, like a pile of coins, or you could hang 8 Chinese coins on a red string on the wall, and you can tuck that behind your poem or prayer. Doesn't have to be seen. All you have to do, remembering when you place your cures, to place the intention, the energetic intention with it. I am hanging this string of coins to motivate money coming into my life in great abundance. Yes. Yes. Another symbol of wealth you could use is something like a citrine crystal. So colors for the center of our home: black, gray, silver, and brown, metal furnishings, and add a pop of purple. Then we're going to come around to the southeast, which actually isn't such a bad direction. I think this is maybe one of our better directions. We have the annual 1 water star with the period 8 earth star and the visiting 7 metal. Now, usually the 7 is, it's yang metal and it's a very combative energy, but the way that it is kind of working with the other stars makes it so that it's good. The 7 metal star, it is a caution, but it's weakened by the woodsy position of the southeast. So you've got to kind of watch relationships for disharmony and fighting, and to watch your back. There is a caution because the Grand Duke is here. This is the home of Southeast 3, riding close to the south where the home of the snake is. We don't want to face southeast, and we don't want to disturb this area of our home or property with loud banging and so forth. For May, bring in the innate element of wood and plants and the color green. There is still wealth potential here, so don't discount the good fortune of this sector. You can add money cures like a pile of coins or a money tree or 8 yellow silk flowers in a wooden vase. So there's kind of a mix of forecast for the Southeast, but I think you can work with it. For May, change the palette up to more blue and green with lush plants. Then we're going to come around to the south. This is annual 6 metal star with the 4 wood star for the period 9. And period 9, by the way, in case you're like, what is that? That is the energy that we are living with from 2024 to 2044. And so this month, the 3 star comes in. Now, when you put the 2 wood stars together, 3 and 4, they are nasty. This is cat fight. This is a lot of disharmony. And it's, I would say, a positive that they're in the South, because the South is fire. It's going to drain some of that impulse for arguing. But there's a lot of agitation, anxiety, possibly depression. It's an area near to the snake of 2025, the phoenix rising. The energy feels fired up. It feels challenged. And so there is this feeling of transformation and change. And within the change, this feeling of maybe being destabilized and unstable. So the cures for the South are to display 6 gold ingots in a round yellow plate. That's for money. The color blue is going to be helpful. And then to motivate, actually the blue kind of helps to cool things down and mitigates the clash between the metal 6 star and the wood stars 3 and 4. So the blue helps to mitigate some of that. And one of the things I was thinking for May is like a blue rhino or a blue happy Hody, to welcome in some harmony into our relationships, or to at least appease any agitation. We come to the the Southwest. Oof, not a good spot, because the 8 star for the year with the period 9/6 metal is visited this month by the 5 star. And we know the 5 star is the worst energy of all. It is disaster. It's sickness, it's accidents, it's lawsuits, it's breakups, it's everything and anything that could possibly go wrong, going wrong. Yuck, don't like it. So we want to be mindful to reduce the earthiness here. You've got the 8 star that's earth, it's the Southwest is earth, and the 5 star is earth. So we really want to amp up your metal objects and the palette of metal, which is black, white, and gray, and metal objects like a round singing bowl. This is not a great place for sleeping, but if you do sleep here, use a metal wooloo to absorb any negative energy. For the month of May, it's a different palette. Again, we want to make it a lot more zen and even add a little blue, okay? Then we're going to come around to the west, which oddly, interestingly enough, is a great area. The west and the northwest, actually. So the 4 wood, which is our annual star, is with the 2 earth, period 9, visited by the 1 water. So the great thing about the 1 water visiting is it's a natural mitigator for the 4 star in the metal direction of the west. Awesome. So it brings a really positive shift. And this could be great for relationships, for achieving success, fame, and building your reputation. The cures here are 4 stalks of lucky bamboo. You can actually see my lucky bamboo in the background. 4 stalks of lucky bamboo in a blue vase. Yep, check. in a prominent location. Yep, check. Display a red happy hoodie for harmony and relationships. Don't think I have that there. Use a brass pagoda for students. Or anyone who works in education. For May, bring in the color of blue crystals for nourishing that watery 1 star. So the colors are metal, white, black, gray, and blue. We're coming around to the northwest, which is where the Shui Po of the year is, which means it's opposite southeast. So northwest 3, southwest 3, southeast 3. So southeast 3 is the location of our annual snake. Don't want to disturb that. That's called the Grand Duke. Across from that, on the other side, is opposition, the pig, sitting in northwest 3. So both of those directions we don't want to bother or disturb in any way, shape, or form. But we can use them and gain positive aspects just by using the energy calmly. So again, we don't want any construction or loud noises, but this area is the 3 wood for 2025, the 1 water for period 9, and the visiting star of 9 fire. The northwest is a metal direction. So it's a mix of a lot of elements going on here. But the 9 fire creates an elemental flow because we've got the 1 water nourishing the 3 wood, which then feeds the 9 fire. Everything's flowing. That's a great energy to work with. It's building harmony in relationships. The 3 star can still be a little bit of a pissy bitch, but the overall vibe here is success and happiness. Love that. The cures here in the northwest, we need a Wulu health gourd and a saltwater cure because of the Shui Po, the same for the Grand Duke in the southeast. Both of these rooms aren't ideal as bedrooms, southeast, northwest. Also not great for front main doors. Don't want any moving water here. Display a red happy hoodie for happy relationships. We don't want to face the southeast, but we do want to face the northwest. Okay. And so for May, we're going to add pops of red and purple in your home decor. This can be purple or red candles. It can be crystals. It can be pillows, towels, throw blankets. And then the colors we want to bring in for May are accents of red and purple. Now we're going to come around to the north. The north is ruled by the element water. This is a challenge direction for 2025 with the annual 7 metal with 5 earth, which is the period 9 star. These 2 together are just yucky. It's like bankruptcy, lawsuits. It's injury that leads to surgery. It's illness, bad things, not a happy spot. The 4 star comes in and just adds more mess to it all. This is like conflict between a younger generation and an older generation, like in an office space or in a home. It could be young women, like teenagers, fighting with their mom or stepmom. And there's just a lot of conflict and disharmony. Really bad place for a boardroom, for having meetings or serious discussions, or having any conversations at all. It's just going to become inflamed. The cures, put a round metal bowl to absorb the toxic chi. If it's a bedroom, you can't sleep anywhere else, use a Wulu health gourd and a saltwater cure to protect your health. Avoid this as a main entrance. I've been trying to use my back door as much as possible. Do not disturb, again, with loud banging construction. You can use lush house plants, but no running water. Black obsidian or other black stones or blue stones. The color is all shades of blue, white, and metal. Okay, another really bad direction. I would say southwest, northeast, and north are probably the worst, but also the east. So it's a thing. It's a thing. All right. For the northeast, we have the annual 5-star here with the 3 wood for period 9 visited by the 2-star. You put the 2 and the 5 together, anything and everything that can go possibly wrong. There is a lot going on as far as health problems for sure. So the 2-star just makes it, I think, the worst area of the month. Potential for accidents, illness, loss of fortune, lawsuits, divorce, or breakups. It's a room to avoid. It is a bullfight. If this is a bedroom and you can't sleep anywhere else, please use a Wooloo health gourd and a saltwater cure to protect your health. Avoid this as a main entrance this year. Don't disturb it with loud noise. If it's a main entrance, put out like a pair of gold foo dogs and a Ba-Gua mirror to deflect the negative chi coming at your home and for protection overall. A round metal bowl or a dragon-headed turtle is really great for protection and absorbing the negativity. Another option is to hang a 6-rod metal wind chime outside. Remember, we don't have wind chimes in the house. No, 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 no. You've got to be careful with the things that we use, friends. I've had interesting discussions with people around this. People that love to hang, I've got my whole front porch is full of wind chimes. No, why? Wind chimes, friends, draw chi. They also break up chi, as in using it to deflect the energy of the 5-star, but it can also draw in spirits. Do you know who those spirits are? Have you checked in with them to see if they are positive or negative? Are they angel protection or is it demonic? Or haunted ghosts? You don't know. So be very mindful what you're drawing into your home. It's not just about something sounding pretty or being pretty to look at. We need to kind of really pay attention that what we're putting in our home, inside and out, is for our benefit. So one 6-rod metal wind chime, like I have outside my practice room. And that's also another thing. Look at how a room's being used, right? So for instance, if it's a guest room, doesn't matter, right? Yay. Close the blinds. Close the door, keep it dark. It won't bother you. Yay. If it's a garage, don't park in it. Keep it dark and quiet. Yay. If it is a storage area, a laundry room, a bathroom, it's a great place for bad energy to be hanging out because it's not an active part of your home. So for May, the Northeast, chiming clock, chiming bells, wind chimes, a metal happy hody to ease up the contention in relationships. It's a Zen palette of black, gray, white with metal. And finally, I think we're at the end. Yep. We're at the east. This is the Sansha or the 3 killings for 2025. It is where the 9 fire star is for this year. Period 9 metal 7 with visiting 6 metal. So here we have the dueling fight of, and this is like in the South, we have the 3 and the 4 fighting. But this is 7 and 6. This is metal. This is a sword fight. So this is very combative. it's an argumentative, disharmonious sector of our home, and explosive, possibly violent, dangerous to be using any fire. So if this is your kitchen, be extremely careful. The cures are in a prominent place. Put 9 purple silk flowers in a green vase with amethyst crystals. After all, the 9-star is still a positive force. A couple healthy plants. To appease the Sansha affliction, you can place a 3 celestial beasts mirror. For May, add something blue to drain the metal. And it also mitigates the conflict between the metal stars and the wood of the east. So for the colors, green, purple, and wood, but we also want to throw in some blue. So recap, best directions for May: the center, the west, the northwest, and the southeast. The worst directions are the northeast, the north, southwest, east, and south. So on the world map, this is interesting. The snake of May is going to amplify those areas of the world that are amplified through this year of the snake, because it's the month of the snake. This is going to amplify the story going on between the wars of Ukraine and Russia and Palestine and Israel. It could be an escalation. It could also be the final showdown, if you will. So the snake on the world map falls in much of central Western Africa, from Libya, Chad, Uganda, to Eastern Europe, including Ukraine, Romania, Greece, and Turkey, up into the Middle East, Israel, and Egypt. So, big video, lots of information. Welcome your comments and questions. Please always be kind and respectful. So appreciate that. And until next time, friends, please be well. Have a beautiful May.